Ever pondered why a black cat sauntering across your path tends to give you goosebumps? It's a common fear, isn't it? Or even the simple thought of stepping on a sidewalk crack, which supposedly brings bad luck. This could potentially break your back, as the old saying goes. Welcome, dear viewers, to the intriguing universe of superstitions, a world filled with uncanny beliefs and mythical tales. These superstitions, which are often dismissed as irrational, have been deeply ingrained in our societies for centuries. Whether you consider them mere folklore or undeniable, they undoubtedly shape our behaviors and interactions. Today, in this episode, we're on a mission to unravel the mysterious secrets and intriguing stories concealed within these age-old beliefs. Superstitions. They've been around since the dawn of time, deeply impacting societies and altering human actions. They're universal, permeating through cultures across the globe, both ancient and modern. Intricately woven into the fabric of our lives, superstitions are as old as the human race itself. A relic of our past, they have traveled through centuries, unscathed. They exist in our folklore, our literature, our daily conversations. From avoiding black cats to not walking under ladders, we encounter them daily. So what is their nature? Well, in their core, superstitions are unusual beliefs or practices. They are not rooted in logic or scientific fact, but rather in the belief that certain acts or objects can somehow manipulate the course of events. These beliefs, while illogical, persist and shape our behaviors in profound ways. In essence, superstitions are beliefs or practices not based on reality, but on the idea that certain actions can influence the outcome of events. Consider, for example, the common superstition about walking under a ladder. This seemingly trivial belief has a fascinating history that stretches back to ancient times. It may seem like a simple construction tool for us today, but for the ancient Egyptians, a ladder held a much deeper and sacred meaning. In those days, a ladder leaning against a wall was viewed as a symbol of a pyramid. Pyramids, as we know, were monumental structures of great religious significance in ancient Egypt. They were believed to be the sacred gateways to the afterlife, where the gods resided. So when someone walked through this symbolic pyramid, it was considered a sacred transgression. The ancient Egyptians believed that such an act disrupts the divine powers, causing them to unleash misfortune on the transgressor. This superstition has lingered across centuries and cultures, affecting individual behaviors even today. Walking through this pyramid disrupted divine powers, leading to misfortune. But why do we believe in them? That question has perplexed humans for millennia, and the answer is wrapped in one simple yet complex word: psychology. As a species, humans are innately predisposed to crave stability and control over their chaotic lives. This is a fundamental trait of our existence, an inherent part of our humanity, and a coping mechanism evolved over thousands of years. When we are faced with situations that are beyond our control, life's volatility and randomness become starkly apparent. In these moments of vulnerability, we seek solace and certainty in superstitions. They become our lifeline, our beacon of hope in an unpredictable world. They offer us a semblance of control over the uncontrollable. These superstitions, whether they are stepping over cracks in the sidewalk, knocking on wood, or tossing a pinch of salt over our shoulder, provide us with a comforting sense of control. They give us the illusion of influence over fate, of power over the unknown. And in times of distress, these seemingly insignificant rituals can bring a measure of tranquility and calm. When faced with uncertainty, superstitions provide a comforting illusion of control. Consider the superstition of knocking on wood to ward off bad luck. A fascinating ritual. It has its roots steeped deep in our historical past. Originating in an era characterized by pagan beliefs and practices, it's a tradition that carries a certain mythical charm. During these times, people held a firm belief that trees were the dwelling places of spirits, both benign and malevolent. Knocking on wood was a way to protection from these spirits. It was a symbol of respect, a plea for benevolence, and an attempt to avoid any ill will. This simple act carried a profound significance: the interplay of man, nature, and the metaphysical. Today, though we are aware of our limited influence over the future, repeating this action provides us with a comforting illusion of control over the unpredictable. Today, this action gives us a sense of control over future events, despite the reality of our limited influence. Now let's delve into the superstition of the black cat. This intriguing superstition has its roots deep in history, going back to the dark era of medieval times. It was a period filled with mystery, fear, and a deep-rooted belief in the supernatural. At the heart of these fears, people held a profound association between black cats and the shadowy world of witchcraft. The belief was firmly held that these ebony-furred felines were not mere pets, but the trusted familiars of witches, aiding them in their dark rituals. This belief, born out of fear and ignorance, has proven to be enduring, having sustained itself over centuries. It has permeated the collective consciousness, leading many, even in this modern world, to view the crossing of a black cat's path as a harbinger of ill fortune or a bad omen. Superstitions indeed play a significant role in the world of sports. A striking illustration of this involves a story of baseball, goats, and a World Series drought. It's a tale known as the Curse of the Billy Goat. This originated from an event that occurred during the World Series 1945. A Chicago tavern owner, William Cianis, was asked to leave Wrigley Field because his pet goat's odor was disturbing other fans. This incident led to Cianis allegedly declaring, "Them Cubs, they ain't gonna win no more." Many believe that this curse was the reason for the Chicago Cubs' consecutive failure in clinching the World Series title. For years, this curse served as an explanation for their misfortune, fueling the fans' superstitions. However, in 2016, the so-called curse was finally broken. After a lengthy 71 years, the Chicago Cubs astoundingly won the World Series, demonstrating just how deeply superstitions can impact our collective consciousness. As we've seen, superstitions are fascinating aspects of human belief systems. They represent more than simple, quirky convictions. They signify an interesting, often entertaining dimension of our unique cultural habits. Rooted in ancient traditions and folklore, these superstitions speak volumes about our collective history. They are not just irrational fears or baseless beliefs. They serve as aid to humanity's relentless quest for control and certainty in a remarkably unpredictable world. From avoiding walking under ladders to the customary knocking on wood for good luck, or the somewhat irrational fear of black cats crossing our path, these practices, albeit strange and bizarre at times, underscore our innate, profound desire to influence our lives' outcomes and shape our destiny. So, the next time you toss salt over your shoulder or avoid a black cat, remember, the origins of these actions are much deeper than mere superstition. These practices, passed down through generations, are ingrained in our collective cultural consciousness, shaping our behavior in surprisingly profound ways. When you mindlessly toss that pinch of salt, what you're really doing is participating in an ancient custom. It's a ritual that goes back thousands of years to when our ancestors believed that evil spirits lurked over their shoulders, waiting to cause mischief and mayhem. To them, tossing salt was a way to ward off these unseen threats, a protective measure against the unknown terrors of the world. It wasn't just a random act, but rather a meaningful, deliberate way to exert some control over their own fate. The same goes for avoiding black cats. This custom has its roots in the Middle Ages, when it was believed that witches could transform into black cats to roam unnoticed. Crossing paths with one was seen as an omen of bad luck, a sign that you've somehow attracted the attention of a malevolent force. So it's not just a fear of feline companionship, but a deeply rooted, historically significant anxiety that compels us to change our path when we see a black cat. So as you can see, these aren't just silly superstitions. They're part of our human nature, a reflection of our inherent need to make sense of the world, to seek patterns and create order out of chaos. So the next time you toss salt over your shoulder or avoid a black cat, remember, it's not just superstition, it's human nature. And that's a wrap on today's exploration of the psychology of superstitions. We've dived deep into the intriguing world of the human mind, the complex labyrinth of emotions, thoughts, and beliefs. This journey, filled with astonishing revelations and profound insights, has unraveled the deep-seated origins of superstitions, their manifestation, and their impact on everyday life. If you found this expedition into the realm of the human psyche engrossing and thought-provoking, remember that we bring such awe-inspiring content regularly. By pressing that subscribe button, you become part of a community that seeks knowledge and understanding, that delves into the mysteries of the mind and the universe. Join us. Become a part of our endeavor to comprehend the complexities of the human psyche and its fascinating intricacies. Your support fuels passion, it drives our research, it encourages us to dig deeper, ask harder questions, and bring more captivating insights to you. So until we meet again in our next exciting exploration, remember, curiosity didn't kill the cat, it made it wiser. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep questioning the world around you.